Hello gamers and welcome back. I'm Rob, of course, our Warshack if you want to call me by my in-game name, and we're going to be playing some Tempo Random Rogue in this particular deck testing. Should be a pretty interesting deck. I haven't actually got to play it all that much, but basically it's very similar to a very offensive kind of rogue deck, very aggro based, very face based, but it does have a lot of interesting cards in it that sometimes you wouldn't normally see in the rogue decks, such as like the Argent Horse Riders. I believe it has it's got Leroy Jenkins in it. It also has the what is his name, Argent Commander. So it's very interesting nonetheless. So we'll see how well it does. I think it'll do pretty well considering that I played it, I believe, a little bit last season and it performed very well. So I think we're actually going to keep the Buccaneer and SI Agent against the against this Warlock, which I'm assuming is going to be Zoo. It's actually not a bad matchup, surprisingly. And also, again, we're back at home if you haven't seen the other episode. So the lighting isn't the best it could be, as I'm using my iPhone as the light on this side and like some random fucking lamp on that side. So I know there's some shading differences, but it's the best I got in order to get the green screen to work the green screen to be able to work the way it should. Alright, so we could go like Buccaneer, Coin, Cultist, which is a pretty solid start. We could just start with the Buccaneer, which will make it so we can actually go Hero Power and kill something, or we could go Coin into SI. Obviously, the strongest play would probably be the Buccaneer, Coin, Cultist, and then Hero Power, but then that gives us no ability to give the combo into SI, so I think we're just going to go with the Buccaneer and end our turn here, because having the option to save the 1-drop or the coin for the SI is pretty important for the combo base. And then also, oh my gosh, he's just going to tap. Okay. So now's an interesting play. We go coin SI, or we could just basically Hero Power and then just go face. I think Hero Power and go face is the best place. I don't think he knows what kind of deck we're playing, and doing 6 damage before turn 3 is pretty nice. Because his tap for 2 and then the 4 damage here. So as long as he doesn't have Reno Jackson, I think we're going to be okay. Which I'm assuming he's going to be playing Reno. He could be playing N'Zoth, but I think that variant still plays Reno. The Cthulhu variant, I believe, still plays Reno. It's Mortal Coil, scary, but I mean, it's not that crazy, right? Because next turn we could just go like Coin, Cultist, SI. Okay, so he's gonna heal for 3. So we actually could go, unfortunately this is gonna always stay at 2, so I guess we're gonna have to, oh no, we want to coin first, that's for sure. So we're gonna coin, Cultist, SI, 2 onto there, use our face to take this kind of damage. We're gonna hope to God he doesn't have a Hellfire, but they always seem to have the Hellfire, and then that would really suck. The Hellfire is basically the GG no re here. Yeah. And we also have no turn 4 play, so we'd have to go like Hero Power, and then that would be it, unless we draw something. Twilight Guardian, okay, this is fine. We can get around this, not too bad. Alright, so we could go SI Agent. This has 3, so this would be 4, this would be 2, that would be 6, this would be 4 mana. We're gonna go ahead and give, well, we could attach it to the Buccaneer so we can't Mortal Coil it, or we can get, I don't think we're gonna be Hero Powering anytime soon, so I think giving this the 4 is okay. And then going ahead and do 2 damage to this, we'll swing into here, and then we'll go face for 5. This plays around Demon Wrath, and it also plays around Mortal Coil. Because we know next turn is going to be Azure Drake, so we're not really going to Hero Power again. Unless we draw into damage. We could draw into like, another Cold Blood maybe? And that would be what? We have 6, 8, 9, and then 2, and then 4. So 16, still not enough. So I think it's still 2 turns off lethal. This right here, for 7 mana is 10, or for 6 mana we have 10 damage there. Alright, another taunt creature, not too bad. For him. We'll have to get past it, not too shabby. So this is going to give 4, which means we attach it to a 2 attack unless we want a Hero Power, and we actually can weave in a Hero Power. So we actually can just go with the Cultist, attach the Cold Blood to our 1/1, fit in the Hero Power. This is going to have 5, so we can make this trade here, and then we'll go face with the remaining. I'm not really scared of a 1/1 with Divine Shield. We just need to pump in the damage. And then the Undercity has the chance to give us something real nice. What would be good? Soulfire's not too shabby. Blackwing Corruptor, so he is playing a, he's playing like the Dragon Reno N'Zoth, I believe. Or he's just playing dragons, I'm not sure. So this is what, 5, 7, 6? Yeah, that looks like game. Just making sure he didn't have some sneaky knife juggler that we didn't know about on the board. And then the two whelps would actually kill our own Leroy. Alright, so that's basically how this deck goes. You just play a bunch of shit, combo it off. Really hard for your opponent to kind of deal with what you've got going on, and then you just have Avisses, Leroy's, Cold Bloods for huge bursts. The only problem in this deck is you don't have draw, so you got to be sneaky about it. You got to play like your Swashbucklers, you got to play your Undercity Hucksters. It doesn't have Burgle, you got to play your Azure Drakes and things of that nature to kind of keep the draw going and to not run out of steam too early. And it's kind of hard to play around removal considering like every card in the deck has like 1 to 3 HP. Oh my gosh, another Warlock. Well, the last one was some form of Dragon Reno N'Zoth. I don't think, maybe N'Zoth wasn't in there. Because we don't have coin, the Ringleader's kind of scary, not good to have. Definitely don't want the Poison Mind right now. The Backstab's always good against Zoo, but the problem is we have nothing to combo with it. But I think we'll draw into a 1-drop because I have faith in the light. Unfortunately, it's no longer a 2-1, so we actually won't be playing this on 1. Oh man, this kind of sucks. Okay, we actually can do nothing. So hopefully he's playing Zoo and he like plays Flame Imp here, and then we'll just backstab into the... Oh shit. We still have nothing to play. This is horrible. This is horrible. This deck is literally built around making sure you have a turn 1 and turn 2 play. I guess we were too greedy by keeping these two, but at the same time, if he's playing Zoo, this is definitely a card you want, and this is definitely a card you want. So we could go Backstab, SI Face. We could go... we just go Backstab, Ringleader. I think this just pushes more damage. I mean, we could play the Horse Rider too. I think the Horse Rider's fine. The reason being is that next turn we can go Abusive onto Horse Rider and then SI Agent something. This is fine. We can actually just Abusive this guy. Or we could Swashbuckler, SI, Swing, which would be basically the same thing, and we get the Swash down, but then, we actually build up a bigger board if we do this. So now we just hope he doesn't have the, the Hellfire. So we did not play around Hellfire here. So if he plays Hellfire, we lose. Top decks the Hellfire. Good job. Professional Hearthstone player right there. Yeah, extraordinary, bro. There's one card in your deck, and that's, I guess, Demon Wrath too. But some people have actually seen cut Demon Wrath. But yeah, there's basically just the Soulfire. You had to at least wait another turn for, or not Soulfire, but Hellfire. You had to at least have a creature down for Soulfire. So giving us one more turn would have been different, because then we could have reacted to the creature that you played. So you know, it wouldn't have been able to do much. But top deck Hellfire, can't beat that. Not with this deck. All right. A Huntar, so we don't really have to be scared too badly about a large field removal besides like Unleash the Hounds. I'm gonna hold on to the Squire, no reason to get rid of anything else, or no reason to keep anything else. Again, this deck, a lot of 1-drops, a lot of good 2-drops, so we can Argent Squire or we can Buccaneer. I actually like the Buccaneer first because we don't have a turn 2 play, and our hero power can actually be a turn 2 play to kill whatever he plays, unless it's a Fiery Bat. Then the Argent Squire was better. So this is good under all situations besides Fiery Bat. So coin into 2-drop, so probably the 1/1. Oh, the King Zealot, this is perfect. Don't give him Yasarj. No, it's not Yasarj it would give him. It would be, what is it? Yogg or Emperor? I don't know. So we're just gonna hero power and kill this. And then just go face for 2. It's interesting he coined it out, which means he probably has a follow-up 2 play. We also have a decent turn 3 play. Abusive Argent. Doesn't fulfill all the mana, but it's something to play. Quick shotting a 1-drop 2/1. Hey, buddy. So we need to draw a good 2-drop here. Not exactly what I was thinking. This hurts. I think we hold the weapon. What would be his turn 3 play? Animal Companion? And then I guess he could get... What would be the worst one? Huffer... I think we can go face with it. Only because of our hand. Like, this is a very... Normally you don't get this in your opening hand, the Leroy Commander. Normally you get one of the other 22 drops that are below 3. This is okay. The reason we attacked is because we know we're going to have to attack this turn. And then this was going to get buffed. So we can make this trade, swing into here, and then redagger. So we would have wasted 1 or 2 damage there if we wouldn't have attacked the last turn with the dagger. The only bad thing would be is Huffer. That's the only thing, because then we would have had to Abusive Sergeant this, and then we would have lost out on 1 damage altogether. The wolf, so we don't really have a great answer to the wolf. We know that he has the Houndmaster in his hand, so if we don't kill the wolf, bad things will happen to us. If we go ahead and play the horse, well, so it's the Horse Rider Cold Blood at 6, 8, 9, putting him at 17. This is going to be a 5. It's going to trade. It wouldn't even trade. We Azure Drake. We know this is going to live. We're going to have 6 mana next turn. He's going to kill the Drake. It's going to be at 1. Playing the commander trades into the Horse Rider. This is then going to die to the Wolves. If we play the Horse Rider now, swing, 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 swing. We have a 2/1 on board. He plays the commander. So it actually makes more sense to clear. As bad as it seems, it makes more sense to get rid of these wolves. Because he has no way to get rid of this 2/1, and if he Houndmasters it, then he's just going to be able to trade into our creature without really sacrificing anything. In this situation, if he just plays the Houndmaster here, or he just plays a normal 5, we just go face with the commander, and it really puts him in a bind, because then we still have the burst with the Cold Blood. But if we use the Cold Blood now, that's kind of the burst that he wouldn't suspect that you normally... like, if we use it now, he doesn't have to play around it. But right now, he's not going to potentially play around it, because he doesn't know we have it. So... Also, if he plays something big, we can go Azure Drake Cold Blood. So there's the Animal Companion. Huffer would have been good for us. There's the Kindly, so we actually can go Commander into 4/2, the weapon into this 1/1, and then trade the 2/1 into it. So this actually worked out pretty well. Huffer still would have been better, but it's still not too bad. In this matchup, normally we can just go face, but we have to go for the board control, because the second the Hunter gets it, he doesn't like to lose it. But he has no Ossive Field removal, so if we can just make better trades, then we'll be alright. So no Savannah Highmane, so the bow into probably hero power, which means we can Drake, and we're not really scared of too much here. Alright, so we'll definitely just use our weapon to attack that and then play the Drake, because if we play the Drake and attack that, it can deal 1 damage to the Drake, and then he'll weapon can kill it, which is bad. So we go here. We even play the Undercity Huckster, because we don't have to really weapon back up, because we've already used our weapon. So it depends what we draw. Backstab changes nothing. Just gonna Undercity. Now we put 6 on board. We have 10 burst. So currently we have 16 damage and 17 if you want to count the hero power, which puts him at 5. So an Abyss hero power would kill him at that point. Of course, he gets Savannah Highmane, which means we're on kind of a clock, you could say, because at this point we can no longer beat him in the value trades. Like, getting a Savannah Highmane from Barnes is just broken. So now we want basically any damage, like a quick shot's nice, a kill command's nice, call the wild, yeah, call the wild would be crazy. Camel's decent. Camel's actually not too bad. So we could Camel SI hero power. Could kill Barnes. So we could backstab Barnes, SI Barnes, hero power this. And then we'd want to play the Squire now. Or we'd want to wait to use our hero power so it doesn't kill our 1/1. Yeah, it looks fine. Okay, so now we just want our 1/1 to live here. Alright, that's okay. So, still one turn off Call the Wild, and we know he has the Houndmaster in his hand. So he's gonna Houndmaster this, so not much we can do about that, but I know he's gonna make the trade with most likely the 2/3, but then the 1/3 can swing in here, and then we'll just try to burst him, but I think we've lost to Call the Wild. So maybe like Azure Drake last turn was better, like Azure Drake, backstab. Well, no, we could have Azure Drake backstab, SI'd the 2/1. Yeah, I think, yeah, we fucked up. We done fucked up. Alright, Swash, let's see what you give me. Flare doesn't really change anything. That doesn't change anything. It would take both of these to swing into there. Unless we Cold Blood this. Man, that feels pretty bad. But we don't really have an option. And then he's going to generate the 2/1/1s out of it. We've lost to Call the Wild, which is the last card in his hand. Yeah, so now he calls to the Wild. So it looks like the Azure Drake last turn was better. For some reason, I just thought we had to do the swing and then the backstab. No, because then it would only been 3 damage and Barnes has 4. Oh, he doesn't have backstab and we just drew Flare! Hey! Unless he has a kill command or a quick shot. Oh man, Unleash the Hounds. I was about to say this Flare would have just got value and we had a chance to win because what is this? This is 6, 7, 8, 14, 15. We would have need to drew into 3 damage with 2 cards. And if we drew to this, which we haven't drawn yet, that was it too. So it was a good chance that we could have ripped the lethal there if he wouldn't have got the Unleash the Hounds. I feel like there was a better play to be made, but there was 2 turns at which bad things happened. First, the Barnes with the Savannah Highmane is definitely why we lost. You just can't beat that in the sense of value. You paid 4 mana and you basically got a, what is that, a 4/5 and then another 4/4 and then all of that's considered a beast because the Houndmaster was played onto the Savannah Highmane that he got for free. So it's just like a fucking retarded amount of value for like no reason. Not gonna keep any of this. Keeping none of this. We haven't been able to get that 0 value yet. All right, so we actually got a pretty nice curve now. We finally got our 1-drop, and then we got a solid 2-drop. Got something to kill what he's got going on. The backstabs are nice, but they're only nice if he decides he wants to play like the King's Elec or the 1/1, the Kindly Grandmother. So he played nothing here, which makes it really hard for us to want to do anything besides just hero power. And I guess we just go face, right? There's no reason to do anything else. Normally you save the hero powers with the rogue and you use them more efficiently, but in this particular deck, you'd kind of just go face. Because you really don't know when you can and can't weave them in. So coin into Animal Companion, give him a Huffer. Jesus, man, where are the Huffers at? Where are the Huffers at? So we could actually go with the, yeah, this seems pretty good. Because the Huffer could have just got backstab and we could have gone face with a lot of our stuff. So the only card we're weak to in his entire deck is Unleash the Hounds or Explosive Shot. If he had Explosive Shot, I don't think he's going to play it on 3. But if he has Unleash the Hounds, ooh, Explosive Shot could have. There's 1 secret. Do we see 2 secrets on the floor? 2 secrets on the floor. Can I raise you a secret? Just the 2 secrets, okay. So we'll go ahead and if we trade with this first, if it's Frozen Trap, this will come back. But we actually could go ahead and attack with this first and see if this returns, because then we could go ahead and play this again. But I think we want to go with the value on this. So we'll swing with our Defias first. Freezing Trap. So now we can play another 2/1 out of this deal. Can backstab, but we want to kind of go face first. So I think the best thing here would be to Yeah, so we're gonna trade. Trade. Attack to pop the explosive. Not explosive. What would that be then? Snipe. Okay. So we have to be cautious of snipe. So not frozen, can't be snakes, has to be snipe. So if we play the ringleader, then the 2/1 still lives. If we play this and this, it just dies. So you gotta be careful. The grandmother, so we'll obviously just swing with our weapon into that. We'll probably just play the ringleader here. Because, oh, we could actually play the buccaneer. Oh, it also could be the cat in the hat. So let's check if it's cat in the hat. Ah, cat in the hat. But it's stealth, so we actually can't kill this. So you could go Azure Drake to draw if we do any of these combos. So I guess Azure Drake to draw is just best here. And it forces him to have to make this trade. And we already pulled the 1-for-1 with it, so it's okie dokie. And next turn we could go like the Zeril and the Buccaneer, or something of that nature. There's a secret, so we can expect to see at least one more secret come down. No secret. Okay, so this would be 4 and that'd be 6. We actually can push a lot of damage like this. This goes here. We actually didn't even need to do that, I suppose, but still pushes a good amount of damage. So I guess we could have, no, that's fine. I was thinking we could hero power into it, but we did take damage unnecessarily. Because this does the same thing. Savannah High Main, we basically ignore that. We can beat him otherwise. So we could go with the, you go Azure Drake, we go Poison Mine. Poison Mine gives us another hero power opening, so I think I like the Poison Mine a little bit better. What is this one? Return a friendly minion to your hand, it costs 2 less. We don't need to really do that yet. Let's see what we steal. Explosive. And now we're just gonna re-up on that. I mean, theoretically, we could go ahead and damage this for 2. Swing, swing. But there's no point. We have too much damage on the board. Because we can just win next turn. Because he no longer can coin call the wild. This is only 6, so he'd have to have basically double kill command, and even that's not enough. I guess double kill command arcane shot. There you go. The Tundra Rhino. So he's gonna be able to, he can't actually kill this off, so that's okay, but this has charge. It's gonna give us a draw card, okay? So I think we might have lethal if we play our cards right. So we have 4 damage. We've got 6 damage. We've got 8 damage. This is gonna do 2, so this can actually make a trade there, but we don't want to make a face trade. So I think we're gonna choose to, no, we need 2 explosive. We don't need to re-hero power. So this is fine. So I guess we could just trade both of those in there. Okay. Still, again, we don't have to worry about Call the Wild, which is really nice. And we can go the Commander, bring it back to our hand, the Commander again, which is 8 damage burst, including our weapon, which is 10, and he's only at 11. And that means he would have to kill all 3 creatures on the field as well, which I can just not see him doing. Okie dokie. Pretty sick, bruh. Pew, 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 pew. And we still had the Return It and the Abyss if we really needed to, or we could backstab and just done a whole bunch of other shit. But we didn't need to because it worked out well. Alright, we'll go ahead and we'll play one more. What are we now? We won 1, we won 2, lost 2. So we just need to win 1 more and then we'll be ahead 1. So we'll see if we can win the 1. That's normally how the hunter goes, but he didn't have any explosive shots, but that one time he did have the double secret with the cloaked huntress. He didn't have the explosive shot with that. We still played around it though. Okay, so Paladin. I like the Huckster, the SI7's not bad, double SI7's questionable. So I think we go with this, right? No. I think we just do this. Well, we can coin on 2, but then Huckster on 2, or Huckster on 3 feels bad. Yeah. So we'll remember that we had double SI, and we'll see if any time that we wish we would have had that in this particular start. So I think we can go Buccaneer, coin, Cultist. Paladins don't really have a great way to deal with things early on in the game unless they're aggro Paladin, and I don't think this guy's aggro Paladin. Hey, look at that. Our hero power just kills that by itself. So crazy. So it looks like he's playing Dragon Paladin. And then turn 3, we have Undercity with Argent, or we could play Argent and Re-Hero Power. Re-Hero Powering is really nice, especially when the Buccaneer's out. Alright. So we're actually just gonna go... We're gonna Re-Hero Power here, and the reason is Consecration. If we would have played the following Huckster, we would lose out on getting the 2 more damage with the Wicked Knife, and it would just die. Right now, the only card that dies is the Buccaneer if he Consecrations, but him getting the Huckster and not us getting that hero power is pretty significant. So the Truce over, he's gonna go ahead and kill the 2/3. All right, no worries there. So a good draw right here is another 2-drop or another 1-drop or just the 4-drop. 3-drop. I think the 3-drop is decent. So it's either Huckster and Squire, or we can go Squire and Agent. I think we're just going to go, well, we don't have any combo pieces. So I think this is more resilient to his board in the long run, to be completely honest. Because if he attacks this, then that's bad for him. If he attacks the 2/1, the 3 damage goes through. The Huckster, not going to see value. In the next turn, if we wanted to hold the Agent, it wouldn't have got a lot of value. So Azure Drake is his only, and he's going to swing into there, which means we can actually just go 2 Huckster in there and go Azure Drake. But do we really need to go Azure Drake? What do we have? We have 6, 8. We're 2 off lethal. Ooh, backstab is crazy good. And we're gonna actually keep the divine shields on these guys to play around the wild pyromancer equality, which would still leave us with 2/1/1s. It's just a really annoying deck, to be honest. Like, if we would have gotten Cold Blood at any time, we would have definitely tried to Cold Blood one of these Argent Squires, because just Paladin sucks at getting rid of these guys. He's gonna Bookworm, and that's not gonna be enough. Just Leroy Jenkins by himself is enough to just kind of push through and do what it does best, and that's just go face. This deck punishes the heavy control really hard. Like, they have to draw exactly what they need to remove what we've got going on, or they just get like you can see here. Like, that was kind of a greedy Dragon Paladin list. I'm assuming he had at least 2 or 3 heavy dragons. Like, we're talking Ysera, Alexstrasza, maybe even a Chromagus. I doubt it, but maybe I'm feeling 1 more in there. And then he probably plays double Bookworm. So, you know, if you just don't have that early game, like in that particular deck, you probably want to run double Doomsayer to kind of absorb the double or the early game. Like, if you're going to run a greedy control deck, you have to play Doomsayers basically. Unless you're playing a deck that has a lot of good removal in the early game, then you don't need Doomsayers. You replace them with the deck's normal removal. But anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed. Definitely an interesting deck, and I'm looking forward to playing a little bit more of it before sending out the deck guide on it. So as always, guys, I'm Warshack, of course, and happy whatever the hell day it is.